Located to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We're just at 6:30 this Wednesday morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Mace Michaels for a look at your forecast this morning.
Hi there, Madison. We are talking about some foggy pockets to look at this morning. Our Logan camera shows it's a little hazy. It is warm, though, at 62, 63 degrees. And our hazard camera showing you some of the low clouds that have built in as well. Locally dense pockets of fog right now sitting at 63 as well. As you check visibility, though, hazard wasn't long ago. Half hour ago, our visibility was under a mile, near a half mile. Now around 5 miles. The visibility, though, still down in Wise, right around a half mile. So pockets, again, of locally dense fog to contend with, as we often do here through the morning hours. A warm beginning to the day, though. Check out all of these temperatures. We are well into the 60s to start our day. There's only 150 on the map, and that's those of you in and around the Wise area. Satellite shows mostly cloudy to partly cloudy conditions over the area. Off to our east, a lot of moisture, a lot of energy in the atmosphere. Some of this moisture and definitely the energy will build back at us throughout the day, so it may pop up a shower or a thunderstorm. Madison, our highs today should be around 80 with a few storms later this afternoon.
All right, Mace, thank you. A child is dead after a crash in Cabell County, West Virginia. Officials say the crash happened in the Cabell Creek area. Our sister station WSAZ reported that West Hamlin Elementary provided a post about the situation. It says, "It is with deep sadness that we inform our school community of the tragic loss of one of our students. Our thoughts and heartfelt condolences go out to the student's family and friends during this difficult time." Governor Andy Beshear recognized a Whitley County soldier for his sacrifices in the Korean War. U.S. Army Sergeant Raymond E. Hall of Mountain Ash fought in the war in 1950. He was reported missing in action on July 31st of that year before being captured by soldiers of the North Korean People's Army. Hall's remains were found later on, and in 1954, following the war, an exchange was made with NKPA and the U.S. before they were sent to Hawaii. Hall will be buried in New York next month. The FBI and U.S. Postal Service are investigating suspicious packages sent to or received by elections officials in several states, including Kentucky. The Kentucky State Board of Elections says they received a suspicious envelope yesterday morning. We are told testing was done and authorities were able to determine a substance inside was not hazardous, but they do not know exactly what it is. A Clay County man is found guilty of murdering a woman 2 years ago. A two-day jury trial in the murder case of LZ Wagers wrapped up yesterday. The incident happened back in 2022 when deputies with the Clay County Sheriff's Office responded to complaints of a fight between Wagers and Pangie Smallwood. After deputies arrived, they arrested Wagers and charged him with murder. His sentencing is set for November 4th. State police are continuing a death investigation after a Clay County woman reported missing more than 8 years ago was recently identified. 30-year-old Angela Toot Toot Smith was reported missing back in 2016. In 2021, police received a call of human remains found in the Daniel Boone National Forest in the Big Creek area of Clay County. After thorough examination, troopers said yesterday the remains identified were those of Smith. Troopers say foul play is suspected. Kentucky State Police have arrested a Floyd County man after they found illegal drugs in his home. Last week, police searched Joshua Vajda's home where they found approximately 1 pound of suspected meth, drug paraphernalia, as well as 5 firearms, and approximately $5 grand in cash was found. He was taken to the Floyd County Jail. In Claiborne County, Tennessee, police are asking for help finding a man who reportedly went missing. In a post on Facebook, the sheriff's office says John Wayne Bollinger has been missing since last Friday. Bollinger is described as being 5 feet 10 inches tall and about 230 pounds and was last seen in the Speedwell area in Tennessee. If you have any information about the case, you can contact the sheriff's office at 423-626-3385. In Elliott County, a man is wanted in connection with a burglary that happened at a high school. Here's a picture of 50-year-old Anthony B. Kraft. Deputies with the sheriff's office say the incident happened last month. Anyone with information about the case can call the sheriff's office at 606-738-5422. 2 people were taken to the hospital with burns on Monday after an incident involving a butane tanker truck in Boyd County. The sheriff's office said the incident was reported in the Paul Coffey Industrial Park located off Virginia Boulevard in the Cannonsburg area. One of those victims injured is considered severe. The woman who reportedly tried to take Graceland from Elvis Presley's family appeared in front of a Tennessee judge for the first time. Lisa Findley was indicted on 2 charges, mail fraud and aggravated identity theft. The judge entered a not guilty plea on her behalf. The indictment goes into detail about how Findley reportedly planned a scheme to defraud the Presley family from January 2023 to August of this year.
I hope she gets what she deserves because she deserves a lot. The people that were behind her, that helped her instigate all of this, I hope that they are brought to justice.
The mail fraud charge holds a penalty of up to 20 years behind bars. The aggravated identity theft charge holds up to 2 years behind bars.
Warm morning for us at this hour. Temperatures in the 60s in most areas. Patchy areas of fog to talk about as well. As you look here in Moorhead, though, visibility looks good along I-64. No problems at 64 degrees. And Whitesburg, our visibility looks pretty good as well. Just a scattering of clouds and temps into the low 60s. Hazard, we've had some low clouds build in at times, but it looks like a lot of those clouds are trying to lift up. At least better visibility. It's not as hazy looking on the camera. And the temp has been fluctuating between 61 and 63, now back at 61. And our hazard visibility has dumped back down. Now we're down to a half-mile visibility. So kind of fluctuating even here in the last 10 minutes where we were a couple of miles, now back to a half mile. And Wise sitting also at a half mile. So just goes to show, be careful on your travels. You could have great visibility and move around a corner or head up to an intersection and run into some low clouds and fog. Lots of 60s for our area temperatures, as cool as 59 in the Wise area, but even as warm as 70 in Louisville. Mostly cloudy to partly cloudy over the area with some moisture off to our east. Some of this energy and humidity will try to drift our way throughout the day. The bus stop forecast has a temperature near 80 for a high. I'll look at the full 7-day coming up, Madison.
All right, Mace, thank you. This weekend, the Natural Bridge State Resort Park in Powell County will host the Living Archaeology Weekend. This event, in partnership with the Daniel Boone National Forest, will bring artisans together as well as heritage specialists and the public to explore cultural traditions of the area. This is the 36th year of the event and will be the first time that the Natural Bridge will host. The event is free to the public. Yesterday,